Here I am again, down at the end of the game in free-for-all. Down by 50, I need 100 to win. Can I pull it off? Ooh, tied up, tied up. Oh, getting the RCXD car and the victory, Mr. Clutch again. That should be my middle name, Mr. Clutch.
Drop to the floor, drop to the floor, drop to the floor, drop to the floor.
What's up, ladies and gents? This is IDAHODUB with another Call of Duty Black Ops gameplay. I am playing some domination on Crisis. And real quick, when I show you the KD at the end of this video, it's not going to be the best KD ever, but the reason that I wanted to upload this game is because I played the couple of the guys on the other team probably 3 or 4 times in a row, and they were camping, like big time camping. Not camping like okay camping, they were camping in really weird spots. Like that guy right there that just killed me, that's not too weird of a spot. But overall, like 4 or 5 games in a row probably, these guys would camp in spots where people don't normally camp at. You know, they were just like hoping somebody would walk by. They're not high traffic areas. And it was really frustrating me because I'd get close to like a blackbird or something, and then I'd be in the middle of nowhere and some punk would be laying down in the field for some reason. So I finally got a little payback on these boys, so that's why I'm uploading this gameplay footage. And like I said in the previous video, I will select a couple comments from the previous video and highlight them in the video after that. So a couple of the comments that I liked from the previous video. Oh, there's a little payback. You camping? Yeah, okay. But a couple of comments that I liked in the last video, and thank you all for commenting. You guys just commented like crazy on the last video, and there were some awesome responses to the favorite fictional character. But Bricktop245, I can't believe that I didn't mention Charlie Kelly. He probably should be in my top 3 fictional characters. I mean, Rat Killer Extraordinaire. He's the trash man. I mean, he does everything. I mean, there's literally nothing Charlie Kelly can't do. So thank you for reminding me of him. And then Tyrant Hunter 15. That comment was hilarious, man. I'm glad you liked the intro, and sorry that it was a little tense for you. But thanks everybody who commented, and we'll keep this thing rolling for as long as you guys are commenting. So the other day I was hanging out with some friends, and it seems to be a reoccurring theme with my friends that when we hang out, we always reminisce about whatever, right? We always talk about stories from the past, and a lot of the times they're the same stories. And it's not stories like boring stuff, right? Because nobody sits around talking about, hey dude, remember that one time we played Black Ops together and I got like 10 kills? That was cool. Nobody talks about that because you can play Black Ops anytime you want. No, when you reminisce, it's usually about the good times. And unfortunately, the good times with my friends usually revolve around some sort of mischief. So I'm going to tell you all a little story about some mischief, I guess you could call it, that I got into back when I was in high school. Actually, I was a senior in high school, so it was a few years ago. And as you all probably know, I'm originally from Idaho. I don't live there anymore, in case you still thought I was from there. But I lived in a very small town, and when you live in a small town, there usually isn't a lot to do. And when there isn't much to do, kids will usually look to some form of trouble to get into. Maybe not look for trouble particularly, but usually, you're leaning towards more dangerous stuff to do. And that is exactly what we did on this cool spring night in Idaho. So some of my friends and I decided that we wanted to go paintballing after the sun went down. So we were going to paintball in the dark. Now, since I was the only one with a paintball gun, the targets were not going to be each other. So we had the grand idea to paintball vehicles. And we weren't paintballing parked vehicles, we were paintballing moving cars on the highway. So after it got dark, we all got decked out. We put on black sweats and black sweatshirts. We got covered up like we're getting ready to go out in battle. We're trying to stay camouflaged. And instead of taking a vehicle, we thought it would be better to take a 4-wheeler or an ATV and park off in a field somewhere so where there wouldn't be a car on the side of the road. So we all hop on the ATV. And there's 4 of us, by the way, so it was a very tight fit. And we take the back roads and we get out to where we want to paintball at, and we park probably like 1.5 miles from where we want to paintball at. We kind of park in this field, and then we walk over to the spot where we're going to paintball at. So we get up to the side of the road. There's 4 of us. I've got like a satchel on with like 1,000 paintballs. Oh, okay, real quick, back to the gameplay here. So this is one of the campers, and he's just being a little punk, just sitting there. Look at him. I'm just going to toy with him here. him and his buddy. His buddy's gonna come up too. Oh, hey, what are you doing? Get some. So his buddy's up here. But anyways, I've got like this, all these paintballs strapped around me. They're like in a satchel. It's probably like 1,000. And we get up to the spot, and we all kind of like lay down on the ground. So like that guy back there, we're prone. We're getting ready to snipe some cars. And we have a spotter that's probably 15 feet up, and he lets us know when the cars are coming. So the first car comes, he's like, hey, car's coming. I'm like, yeah. It drives by, and I'm like, pop, 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 put 3 or 4 paintballs into the side of it. And I didn't miss, because you see me playing this game, I'm a marksman. So I put the paintballs in there, and you just see the brake lights fly on the car. And we're all just laughing, because, you have to think about what's going through their head when they're getting tagged by these paintballs. They're probably like, what was that? Are we shot? Is anybody hit? Anybody hit? Any man down? So, we keep doing this, and we're all taking turns just tagging these cars, just laughing, having a great time. Well, what happens is, it's obviously a two-way road. It's a 2-lane road. But where we're at, we're only spotting cars coming from one side. Well, there's like this little kind of park area, or it's like one of those historic sites on the side of the road, and a cop had pulled in there. And we didn't realize that a car had pulled in there. And so the next thing we hear is a siren and lights, and there's a cop probably like 200 yards away from us. Well, I'm pretty sure it was the cop, but we see a flashlight because there's sirens like probably 500 or 600 yards away. So we look back, see the flashlight, and I'm scared right now. Like, we're all freaking out. My heart's beating like 1,000,000 miles per hour. And there's a little fence by us. There's a barbed wire fence, so we have to be very careful. I'm like, we have to be careful not to make noise when we go over that fence, because he's going to hear us and see where we're at. I mean, it's pitch black, so he can't see us right now, but he's getting closer to us. So on the count of 3, I was like, let's get out of here. So we counted 3, and we take off. We run. Well, on the fence, my buddy had these those Adidas track pants. He gets caught, and it just shreds his pants. He doesn't even care. We just keep running. We're sprinting. But the cop heard him shred his pants, or heard us going over the fence. So the cop's running now too. So we're sprinting. My buddy's got his pants, torn up. And then my other buddy who's in front of me all of a sudden disappears. He fell into a freaking ditch. So, I jump in the ditch. I'm like, get up. He's got a bloody nose now. He's covered in mud and water. Blackbird. So now we have a guy that has basically no pants on. Another guy who's a little shaken up, covered in mud and water, and has a bloody nose. And we're running from a cop. So in my head, I'm just like, this is bad. I could go to jail. I'm going to get in trouble. It's my paintball gun. Who knows what? Maybe my friends will narc. I mean, there's like 1,000,000 things going through my head. So I'm just running as fast as I can, telling everybody else to run. I'm just coaching them up like I'm in a gym class or something. Like I'm a trainer.
Who let the dogs out?
I'm like, come on guys, run. We got to go, keep running. Finally, we run probably 2 miles, and we outrun the cop, right? He can't keep up with us. He's got too many Dunkin' Donuts in him. So we get away from the cop, and we're 2 miles up past where we're supposed to be. We get a couple miles away and just stop and just chill. We walk back to the four-wheeler, hop on the four-wheeler, and we go 10 miles the opposite direction. We don't even go back towards my house. And once we got far enough away, we just parked the four-wheeler in the middle of nowhere, called my sister to pick us up, went and got the four-wheeler the next day, and we never got caught. Nobody ever asked any questions, and it made for a great story down the road. So that's one of the many crazy stories that I have. I do have some other ones that I may share in future videos, and I probably won't share some of them because I don't know that I should be talking about them on the internet. But I'm sure that you guys have some crazy stories, and I'm interested in knowing what they are. So leave me a comment with a crazy story. Maybe you got into a little mischief. Maybe somebody you know, since you don't want to get in trouble, got into a little mischief. Let me know, and I will pick 1 or 2 of them for the next video. But there it is. The KD wasn't great, but I did punk those campers that were taunting me. I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yo, it's Friday night, I'm faded, and I hop up in my Cadillac. I roll the windows down, and I bump this track. The girls call me Willie, my friends call me Will. If you drop the first letter, I'm just mother freaking ill.